Welcome to Brindavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, Slokas, songs, Divya Desa Pasarams, and much more. Namaskaram Bhagavatas. Today we will soak ourselves in Slokam 56 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamam in our Ayiram Namangal, Ayiram Gunangal series. रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीपत्यादिगुणात्मकं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्
अजो महार्हस्वाभाव्यो जुतामित्रप्रमोदनः आनन्दो नन्दनो नन्दः सत्यधर्मा त्रिविक्रमः.
The first nama is Ajaha. Sriman Narayana is the origin of Akaram, of the Pranavam. The Pranava mantra is Om, that is A, U, Ma. A is the Akaram of the Pranavam, and Sriman Narayana is behind this, the 24 Tattvas and the Jivatmas. Everything assimilates to the first letter of Pranava. A, U, Ma. Everything assimilates to A. The A in the Pranavam symbolizes Sriman Narayana. The 24 Tattvas are made of Prakriti, Mahat, intellect or Buddhi, Ahamkara, ego, Prithvi, earth, and Manas, which is mind. These are 4. Then we have the 5 Karmendriyas, which are the organs of action. Vak, speech, tongue, Pani, hands, Payu, excretory organ, Upastha, organs of reproduction, and the 5 Jnanendriyas, organs of perception. Eyes, ears, hearing, tongue, taste, nose, smell, and touch, the tactile sensation, and 5 Tanmatras, which are the subtle elements, and 5 Panchabhudangal, which are made of earth, water, space, Agni, and sky. These are the 24 Tattvas. All this lead to Pranavam. They merge into Malav. The first letter of Pranavam is A, which directs to Sriman Narayana. So, all the Tattvas are directing towards Sriman Narayana. So, he is Ajaha. Nama is Ajaya Namaha. Now we see Maharha. The principle of Nyasam or Bharasaparpanam or Prapatti is told in Narayana Anuvasam or Taitya Upanishad, which says we should completely surrender ourselves. Sharanagati, total Sharanagati, unquestioning Sharanagati, or Jivan to the last letter Ma in the Pranavam. And to Bhagavan, whose name is the first letter of Pranavam, Om, A, U, Ma. So he is Maharaha. The Nama is Maharhaya Namaha. Now we will see Swabhavya. He is fit to be respectfully worshipped and surrendered to by the Atma, which truly he owns. We are all his, we all belong to him. This body and the soul, this Atma belongs to him. In Vishnu Tattvam, it is said, for true wellness and for the liberation of the soul, one has to realize that the Atma is the soul and Bhagavan is the owner and master of everything, is his creation. He is the master of the soul, he is the master of the body, his soul. He is the master of everything. We all belong to him. Once we realize that, we have to realize that this is told as told in Vishnu Tattva. The Nama is Swabhavyaya Namaha. Jita Mitra is the next Nama. Jita is always to win. He has won over enemies such as Ahamkaram, that is me, myself, and Mamakaram, mine, anger, lust, greed, and jealousy, which makes him distinct from everything else that he creates. He thinks all humans and everything in the universe as his own and takes pride in his creations, which is true. We all belong to him because he is our creator. We exist because of him. The Nama is Jita Mitraya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 37 to 43, Lord Krishna talks in detail about the materialistic attachment and lust that we have and how there is a definite need to conquer them. He says, Sri Bhagavanuvacha Kama Yesha Krodha Yesha Rajoguna Samudbhava Mahasano Mahapapma Vidatyena Miha Vairinam. He says, Kama, Krodha, anger and lust, we have to give up and have the Rajogunam also has to be given up. Now we will see Pramodanaha. He gives eternal bliss to his devotees who meditate upon him. As he already said, once they surrender unto him, I will give them mukti. And I'll break the cycle of birth and death and their sufferings. The moment one starts meditation or thinking about Bhagavan and praying to him, he rejoices and he sees those who meditate upon him and gives them mukti, eternal bliss. So he is the one who can give it. Nama is Pramodanaya Namaha. From here on, Kapilamurti is described. This is Kapilamurti who is worshipped in Nashik. The next Nama is Anandaha. As mentioned in Upanishad, in Anandavalli, he is eternal bliss and he cannot be described or told or realized. He is that Anandam, Paramanandam, Peranandam. Vang Manasa Durgraho Maha Ananda Asya Asti iti Ananda. So he is the eternal bliss. Nama is Anandanaya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 26, how Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself says that he is sage Kapila among the Siddhas. Among the trees, he is Ashwatthama. Among the Devarshis, he is Narada. Among the Gandharvas, he is a Chitrat. And amongst the Siddhas, he is sage Kapila, as told by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Ashwattaha sarvarikshanam devarshinam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitratah Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. So he says, I am Kapila Muni among the Siddhas. We will now see Nandanaha is the next nama. He gives Brahmanandam, Peranandam. That is the most happiest thing. It's the eternal bliss. He gives eternal bliss to the liberated souls. And he keeps them in Paramapadam. And he rejoices seeing them as enjoying him. The nama is Nandanaya Namaha. Nandaha is the next nama. He has everything that one needs to enjoy. He has all the instruments and the means for all enjoyment. And total bliss always. It's not at one particular time. He has it always. He has no attachment towards worldly materialistic pleasures. So he is supreme. He has everything always. The nama is Nandaya Namaha. Satya Dharmaha is the next nama. He conducts the process of surrendering by his devotees unto him. From the very beginning to the until he gives them moksha, until the final stage when they attain moksha. He always speaks the truth and acts in a righteous manner. He is Dharmavan and Satyavan. And to promulgate Dharma is when he came to the earth, taking the Rama Avataram and the Krishna Avataram. During the Rama Avataram, he very much followed everything of what his parents told him, what his father told him. Even when his father requested him to go to the forest, he immediately left without asking any questions. So he is Satyavan and Dharmavan. The nama is Satya Dharmane Namaha. Now we will see Trivikramaha. Tri is 1, 2, 3. We have seen that he came in as Vamana and then he took the Trivikrama avatar. When he became humongous and he asked for 3 feet of land from Mahabali, and he eventually put his 3rd foot on Mahabali's head and took him to Paramapadam and gave him moksha. It is also said, the sages have said, O Bhagavan, you are Trivikrama as you reside in all the 3 Vedas. He splendorously resides in the 3 Vedas, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda and the Sama Veda. He is the propounder of the Vedas and he has recited the Vedas. So he is Trivikramaya Namaha. You will now see some famous Trivikrama temples in Tamil Nadu. When we think of Trivikrama temples, there are 3 temples that come to the mind. Thirukkovalur, Ulagalanda Perumal, Kanchipuram, Ulagalanda Perumal, and Sirgari, Tadalan. All these are in Tamil Nadu. They all part of the Divyadesams, the 108 Divyadesams. Trivikraman is a beautiful Perumal. He is seen as humongous in most of the places. Andal Nachar in Tirupavai 24th Pasaram sings about Perumal. She praises him, Trivikraman. அன்று உலகம் அளந்தாய் அடி போற்றி சென்றெங்குத் தென்னிலங்கை செற்றாய் திரள் போற்றி பொண்டச் சகடம் உதைத்தாய் புகழ் போற்றி கண்டு குணிலாய் எரிந்தாய் கடல் போற்றி குன்று குடையாய் எடுத்தாய் குணம் போற்றி வெண்டுப எடுக்கும் என் கையில் வேல் போற்றி என்றென்றும் சேவகமே ஏந்திப் பறை கொள்வான் இன்றியாம் வந்தோம் இறங்கேலோ ரெம்பாவாய். The very first line she sings about Perumal, how he measured the 3 earths as Trivikraman. To summarize Sloka 56, Sriman Narayana is the origin of the Akaram of Pranavam. A, U, Ma is the Pranavam, Om. And he is behind the Tattvas, the 24 Tattvas and the Jivatmas. Complete Sharanagati to Sriman Narayana is told in the scriptures. Our Jivan is the last letter of the Pranavam, Ma. A, U, Ma. A is Bhagavan, Ma is the Jivatma. He is fit to be respectfully worshipped and surrendered by the Atma, which he truly owns. He owns everything. He is the one he is the origin of everything. He is the cause of our existence. He has conquered enemies as Ahamkaram and Mamakaram, which is me, myself, mine, and things like lust, anger. He has conquered all of that. He gives eternal bliss to his devotees who meditate upon him. This eternal bliss which he gives cannot be told or realized, as told in the scriptures. He gives Brahmanandam, Paramanandam to the liberated souls in Paramapadam, and he also rejoices seeing them. He has all the instruments and means for all enjoyment and total bliss always. He has no wants. He conducts the process of surrendering by his devotees unto him from the very beginning to the final attainment of moksha. He splendorously resides in the 3 Vedas, Rig, Yajur and Samavedas. He is recited in all the 3 Vedas. This brings us to the end of Slokam 56. See you all at 57.